Hey guys, and welcome to today's video. Today, we are going to be doing a testing new drugstore video. Okay, so the first product we're gonna go in with is primer from Wet n Wild, their Impossible Primer. This is the one silicone-free primer that does it all. It's the first of its kind silicone-free primer that turns imagination into innovation. Breakthrough performance and benefits, mattifying and hydrating? Yes. And we'll say it one more time for the people in the back. This breakthrough silicone-free formula features the silky, seamless application traditionally achieved with silicones, helps to simultaneously mattify and moisturize skin, and blurs the appearance of pores for a flawless, soft focused look. That was like a description and a half. I'm sold. I'm sold. So this is the packaging, and it comes with a typical like squeezy tube. Let's take a look at the texture. I did show you in haul, but look at that. It looks like silicone. It looks like pure silicone, but it does not contain silicone. This is insanity. It's insanity, guys. So let's actually see what it does for my skin. So I'm gonna do it on one half of my face and then we'll go from there. Oh, wow. I mentioned in my haul that it literally felt like when I was rubbing it in, like it turned into like a gel, almost like it felt like I was rubbing water, and it most definitely feels like that on the skin as well. Like, ooh, refreshing. It's like almost cooling. It also does not have any fragrance, so that's good to see for a lot of people that are sensitive or just don't like fragrance in their products. Okay, so we've done half the face. Feels so nice, like really, really nice. It's not the most smoothing I've ever seen, but it feels nice on the skin, and it definitely mattified a little bit. Yeah, it's not comparable to like the Tarte smoothing primer or anything like that, but it's definitely smoothing to the skin. It's not just quite as pore filling, but sometimes the magic is really when you apply the foundation over top. So we will see what it looks like once the foundation is applied. Okay, so the next product is a foundation. I'm super pumped about this one. So this is the Maybelline Superstay Full Coverage 30-hour active wear foundation. So if this looks familiar to you, this is basically the same packaging as their Superstay 24, but this is now 30 hours and it's active wear. So we will be doing a good wear test today. So this has up to 30-hour wear, full coverage, light as air feel, transfer resistant, a seamless matte finish, and it's oil free. So it comes in a glass bottle, which is really, really nice. It has black instead of pink, and it also says activewear up here, which is the difference between the old one and the new one. It comes with a pump. It's a little bit lighter, I think, although I haven't used the other one in a long time. So one side I'm going to do a brush. I am going to use my Artis brush. By the way, I did get this in the shade 105 Fair Ivory. Okay, let's go ahead and see. The other reason I didn't love the old one is I felt like it was like a little dry. So hopefully this isn't the same. I also haven't used it in a while. I should just like try it out. I still have it. So I just covered almost like the whole half except for my forehead with one dab into this. So yeah, it's full coverage, I think. So this is with the brush. Good coverage, really good coverage, and it does feel really lightweight. I think I'm gonna like this one. Hopefully, fingers crossed, it like lasts and sets well as well. So let's go in with a sponge. I'm using my beauty blender. See, you know, which one gets more coverage. Typically the brush does, but sometimes I find my sponge does too. I'm already feeling like the sponge is gonna deliver less coverage. We shall see. So I definitely think the brush delivers more coverage. So what I'm going to go ahead and do is apply a lighter second layer with a brush and then just go over it with the sponge to kind of give that airbrush finish. I'm not going to go as heavy because I don't want it to get cakey. You know what? I'm just going to go in with the sponge now. I have a couple blemishes that like are open, so we're probably not going to get the most coverage on those, and that is not the foundation's fault. So it's covering really well here. It's like, I would say it's full coverage because it's covering all of these other blemishes really well. I do feel like I need just a little bit of concealer on them, but aside from that, and I didn't really build it that much under the eyes because I'll just go in with concealer. So it looks nice. It doesn't look cakey. It looks lightweight. It looks a little bit dry on the skin. Just a touch, but not bad enough that I'm like, oh, I don't like it. I do feel like my pores are really minimized as well. So the foundation either was really smoothing or the primer is doing its job. Maybe the combo. Obviously, these products need to be tested on their own as well. But I would say that the primer worked well at blurring my pores, especially once you put the foundation on, you really notice it. And the foundation is smoothing as well. Like, I would say that it looks nice and fresh. It is really lightweight, guys. Like, it doesn't feel heavy at all. It doesn't feel cakey. I put it on 2 layers and it looks like not heavy at all. So I would say so far, I'm really, really loving both products. So the next product we have to test today is a concealer. This is the Rimmel, the Multitasker Concealer. So this is what the packaging looks like. It's supposed to cover up blemishes, brighten dark circles, and cover to even out skin tone. Glides on and blends into the skin perfectly to create a brighter looking, smooth, even canvas. It's supposed to be lightweight, non-greasy formula that doesn't smudge, cake, or flake. And it's supposed to deliver up to 24-hour hydration effect, crease proof, transfer proof, and waterproof. I didn't even know that. So woohoo, we're gonna have a good wear test today. So let's take a look at this one. I got it in the shade 020 Fair. So this is like the typical oversized doe foot. It does have a little like dimple in the center of it, so it will pick up a good amount of product. So let's just go ahead and try it. Go ahead and see. I am just going to try to cover this one up, and if it doesn't do well with blemishes, because I'm very picky about how my blemishes are concealed, we're going to see how it does, and then potentially I'll just go ahead with my NARS. We'll see. Cover's pretty good. Maybe not like full coverage, but pretty good. And it brightened really well as well. Oh, it is drying. Not too bad though. Sometimes when concealer dries on my skin, if it's like I've left it on too long or whatever, or if it's just a drying formula, it like leaves a mark. But it didn't do that. But if you're worried about it, you could just apply, blend method. Because see, when I'm blending, it's not like completely going away and blending into the skin. It takes a little extra like working into the skin. I picked the wrong blemish to test on because it's one of the ones that probably will not be concealed too well today. Dang, it's drying, guys. Ah! Okay, I need to get some setting spray. Oh, I hope this didn't ruin it because we were having a good makeup day so far. Yeah, it dries, guys. I'm gonna just work this in and we'll apply a little bit more over top to hopefully fix the issue. I'm just like patting and patting and patting to warm it up a bit and blend it into the skin. It sucks because under the eyes it looked nice, but what I would recommend is do not apply it all over your face if you're not ready to go in quickly. I'm just gonna apply a little extra. It's good coverage though. And if you do blend it right away, it does look nice. It does feel a little sticky. Now I'm like, do I even like this concealer at all? I don't know. Going in, we're going in. It definitely left some marks. That's okay. It should be fine. Just trying to stay positive here. Dang it. Oh man, it really like kind of made a mess everywhere. I'm just gonna kind of buff the skin a little bit to maybe remove some of that's dried. Okay, that helped a little bit. It's like a sticky formula. Like even on my under eyes, I'm like, when I go like this, it like sticks. My Maybelline powder can usually work wonders. So if it's not completely smooth, then hopefully that can help. It's okay, like it's not looking that bad, but it's sticky. It's sticky, sticky, sticky. Okay, what I'm gonna go ahead and do is just conceal the rest of my blemishes, and then I will come back for the next product. Okay, so we are concealed a little bit better. This one is not having it. So the next product is from e.l.f. and it is multiple products in one. So this is relatively new as well. It is the e.l.f. Electric Mood, which was the summer collection, collab with Pitti Zion, which is a Colombian actor. Oh, she also has songs. It is a 4-pan face quad. It is all cream, so it comes with a cream highlight, 2 cream blushes, and a cream bronzer. So let's go in and see how this goes. Oh, that's nice. I like that shade. It's like a good contour, like cream contour shade, because it's a little bit darker, so it's a little bit more sculpted, and it's blending in really nicely. Sometimes they can almost be like stiff, like you apply it and then it doesn't want to blend out, but it's really easy to work with. This was my way of testing their putty bronzer. Now, is it the putty bronzer though? Because maybe it's just their cream bronzer. I don't know. Now I'm confused. Sorry, guys. Well, either way, if these are the putty or not, they're cream by e.l.f. So we're just going to go with it. I really like it. It's not disturbing the foundation at all or the concealer. It's blending in like a dream. It's very pigmented, but as I said, blendable. So I'm really liking it. Man, this concealer, I don't like this concealer. I don't know, guys. I mean, I'd like to try it again from fresh, knowing that it can dry down. It has quick drying time. But like under the eyes even isn't looking all that great. It's just like almost a little cakey and dry. So I'm going to go in with blush. I think I'm going to go in with this shade because I already have the putty blush. And it's in a very similar shade to this. Plus, it's like a little bit more fall-like. It's like that kind of rosy tone. So we're gonna go in with that one today. I'm really nervous about this highlight. I'm really nervous. I'm always nervous to use cream and liquid highlights. I bet you like at least half the time they disturb the makeup, but I'm gonna have faith in e.l.f. This is a beautiful shade. I believe this one is La Différente or Différente. Super pretty. I like the e.l.f. putty blush. It's maybe not my favorite cream formula, but it's definitely like, it's good. I like it. And I like that shade. And I like that it comes with like a bright, but then also kind of a more neutral. I'm not loving what's going on here. I think it's the concealer, to be fair, because this side, I don't know. I just don't even know at this point. This concealer, ever since I applied this concealer, my makeup is going downhill. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and set my face and hopefully make this look a little bit better because I'm not loving what's going on right now. No, oh my goodness. Maybe it is the cream blush, but my putty blush, maybe this isn't the putty blush because my putty blush does not do that. But it also could be the concealer. I'm not sure, but this is looking horrendous. Like, what is happening? Okay, I'm gonna try to fix this. And I'm gonna like put a bake on and hopefully that'll also just like kind of help conceal the issues here. So the powder did help a little bit, but definitely not all. I'm gonna have to apply more blush because I like totally put a ton of powder on. So the next product we have to test, we're just moving on because I'm just irritated and upset because my makeup does not look as nice as it did when I started. Okay, so the next product is most definitely not new, but I've never tried it, and so that's why I grabbed it. It's supposed to be like a holy grail. e.l.f. Instant Lift Brow Pencil. As I said, I know it's not new. I'm gonna go ahead and do my brows with this. I won't focus on this because it's not as new, but in case there's other people out there that have never tried it, we're gonna test this out. It comes with a spoolie on one end with a cap, comes with a pencil on the other, and we're just gonna try it out. I got it in the shade Neutral Brown. Well, I love this already, I think. Sometimes brow pencils, especially the really thin ones, but even some of the larger ones, they are almost like too hard, but then there's also some that are too soft, so they're difficult to make a really precise line. So it's hard to find one in the middle, but this is one in the middle. Like it's not too soft, but it is soft enough that you're really able to get precise but pigmented lines. Like it definitely is a very quick and easy brow pencil, which I love. I love this, guys. Like, love. Yeah, definitely one of my new favorite brow pencils. Absolutely love. Definitely glad I got it. If you already love it, you guys are good. This is definitely a holy grail. A+ for this. If you don't already own this, it's worth the purchase. It's cheap. and it's better than some of my high-end ones. Ooh, we're having a good brow day at least. So the next product is also from Wet n Wild, and this is the Color Icon 5-pan eyeshadow palette. It features a completely vegan, richly pigmented, buttery smooth formula in matte, satin, shimmer, and glitter finishes. I've heard Wet n Wild's eyeshadow is good. I've never actually tried it, so let's go ahead and see. I'm gonna go ahead and create a look, and then I'll let you know my thoughts on it after. Okay guys, so I definitely enjoyed this eyeshadow palette. I feel like I was able to create a really beautiful look. It does have multiple textures. You know, you get your two mattes. I love that it comes with a soft brown, so it's easy to blend out, transition. Everything was really easy to blend. This darker brown is really rich and beautiful as well. The mattes are really nice. And then the metallics are really beautiful too. This one is quite natural, and I felt like as I blended around it, it didn't show up as much. So it's definitely something that's going to be a little more subtle, which is totally fine. It's good to have the option, because then you also have this one here, which looks like it's actually going to be a darker shade, but it is quite bright and quite silvery. And I actually put it in my inner corner and on my brow bone, and it did a really beautiful job. It's like an icy taupey kind of silver. And then there's this multicolored glitter, which is so pretty and cute. And it actually transferred really well and easily. So I really enjoyed this palette. So now we have an eyeliner. This is not technically new, but it is a improved formula, and that is why I grabbed it. This is the Revlon Color Stay eyeliner pencil, but it has an improved formula. So we're going to be testing that today. So it's America's #1 longwear eyeliner, but their updated waterproof formula glides on with incredible smoothness and sticks with you for up to 24 hours. We're going to have lots of products to be looking at in our wear test today. So I got it in the shade Black Brown. I'm going to go ahead and do just a simple liner, and we'll see how this goes. It's nice and creamy and rich, as you can see. It's really easy to work with. I'm going to take my little pencil brush with some of this dark brown eyeshadow from Wet n Wild and use that to kind of diffuse the eyeliner into the eyeshadow. I like that eyeliner a lot, a lot. That's really nice. So I did go ahead also with some blush. I used the NARS Orgasm, and I did go in with highlight, the Milani Afterglow. But I did want to just test this highlight from the palette just to say that I did. Oh, it's almost like a gloss. Let's see on the nose. That's cute. I feel like it's going to disturb the foundation though. Yeah, it most definitely disturbed the makeup, so I don't love the highlight from that. Pat that down, and I'm going to go over with the Milani highlight. What we're going to do is I have two different products to test, and I'm actually going to test them separately. And I'll explain why. So first we have the NYX Lingerie XXL. So this is the extra long lasting liquid lipstick with 16-hour wear. It's vegan, delivers full-bodied, smooth, matte color, and accentuating your natural lip shape, creating the appearance of fuller-looking lips. No crack, no bleed, no fade, no transfer for 16 hours. It's lightweight and comfortable all day. So lots of really great claims. And the other product I have is the Maybelline Lifter Gloss, which is a hyaluronic acid infused lip gloss. The reason I'm going to test these separately is because typically when you apply gloss on top of especially like a matte liquid lipstick that's supposed to be long wearing, it's going to affect the wear time dramatically. So I'm going to go ahead and do a lip liner, apply this gloss so we can see what it looks like. Typically gloss is gloss, and then I'm going to wipe it away and go ahead with this for the actual wear test. I'm going in with the Milani Easy Liner Retractable Pencil in the shade Most Natural. So this Lifter Gloss by Maybelline is infused with hyaluronic acid to hydrate the lips. It's also supposed to visibly smooth lip surface and enhance lip contour with high shine for hydrated, fuller lips. Okay, so number one, really comfortable, hydrating, not sticky at all, not too thick, super, super shiny. And I definitely think it gives that really juicy, plump look. I really, really, really like this gloss. This is in the shade Ice. This one is more clear, but it has like a really, really micro fine, really like barely noticeable glitter to it. And I find that those glosses typically are very volumizing to the lip. It really accentuates the lip contour and like just makes it look so flattering and juicy. I really, really like this. Definitely an A+. Okay, so I'm wiping it all off. I'm just going over the edges so that you don't see any lines from wiping. Now let's go in with the NYX. I'll quickly show you the packaging of the Lifter Gloss by Maybelline. Super beautiful. For some reason, this reminds me of the KKW ones. Is it similar or is this just me? So a nice large doe foot, really like that. And then this is the NYX one, which is different. So it is similar doe foot shape, but it has a very prominent like dimple, and it actually pokes out on the top so you can see like it really is going to collect that product. I got this one in the shade Flaunt It. So let's go ahead and see how this looks. It's super like silky, like comfortable feeling. Okay, so it has a really, really comfortable feel to it. It's not drying to the lips so far. The applicator is really, really nice and easy to get those precise lines. It also deposits a ton of product, so you don't need to, keep dipping back in. I definitely see it drying down. As it's drying down, it's feeling less like smooth, silky. It's maybe like the tiniest bit sticky, like right in here, but not really. But now that it's drying down, it's not quite as like comfortable on the lips, but that's typical for a matte. It is a little bit drying to the lips. This is not the worst I've seen, so I'm not too mad about it. I definitely don't mind the way that it looks. It looks very matte and it feels very matte. Let's go ahead and see. I don't think it's gonna be completely transfer proof. It is! Okay, well, I got bits this time from the center of my lip, like in here. Yeah, no, I think it's transfer proof for the most part, except for like right in here where the like little bits, do you know what I'm saying? Or it bunches up. So all the claims so far are true, but let's go ahead and see if it actually wears for that long. So that is it for today. I'm going to go ahead with my wear test, and after the wear test, I will give you my bullet points of what I think of each product. So let's just go ahead and see how these products work. Hey guys, so I'm back. It is 9 o'clock. And that's it's been 12 hours since I finished my makeup. So as you can see, I definitely have developed a bit of a shine, but honestly, for being 12 hours and not touching up one thing at all, my makeup is looking quite good, I do have to say, especially considering shine. I also am noticing that there is a little bit of separation around here and on my chin. To be fair, I did also get my nails done and go into a couple stores today. I had a mask on for about a total of 2 hours today. So it did remove a little bit of the coverage on my nose and on the bottom of my chin. So it's not completely transfer proof, but it's not too bad. I'm not overly mad about it. And also I do think that the concealer is a big part of this. I think it's really the culprit of a lot of my issues going on with my makeup. So first, the primer I absolutely love. I believe that it does mattify and hydrate, and I also believe that it smooths the skin. Does it completely fill in and blur your pores like Professional and Tarte smoothing primer? No, but is it still smoothing? Yes. It's not the best of the best, but it is smoothing. It doesn't have silicone, and it also, in my opinion, sets up a good base. The makeup goes on really well. It feels so refreshing on the skin. It has that almost cooling gel watery sensation. And I did pair it with a long wearing foundation, but I do feel like it definitely didn't break down the foundation. There was really, in my personal opinion, I don't think the primer had any negative effects. So I'm really excited to continue to test this. I personally like it from my first impression. Next, the foundation. I'm really liking this, guys. For the first like at least 6 hours, it honestly looked like my makeup was fresh. No shine whatsoever. And then I would say as time went on, it started to get a little bit shiny, but like this is as bad as it's gotten in 12 hours. I'm really impressed with this. I definitely am excited to continue to test it. I'm definitely excited to test this with a concealer that I know and love to really see how it works, because as I said, there are some areas that have separated, but I do believe it is the concealer. So when I first applied it, the coverage was really great. Like when I blended it under this eye, super great. It does have a very quick drying time in my opinion. To be fair, I would like to try this again before I completely rule it out. Could also be that I had that whole mishap with the drying time, with the dry down. It's not my favorite upon first impression. It's definitely, I think, the culprit of a lot of the issues, as I said. Separation and actually like almost transfer and loss of coverage right here, all across the nose where the mask had sat. Also my forehead, like right here where the concealer was applied and blended out, is quite cakey and built up looking. Whereas up here, yeah, it's not perfect. Like the oils have definitely affected the foundation maybe a smidge, but it definitely looks a lot more flawless. And it just looks like it needs a little bit of a set down. The next product was this quad right here from e.l.f. This one I like. I like the blush. The only thing that I'm confused about is, do I like the blush though? Because I do feel like I lost some coverage down here now that I look a little bit closer to it. I definitely feel like the whole cheek area I lost quite a bit of coverage. This is one I feel a little bit skeptical about, because I'm not 1000% sure if it's this or if it's maybe the fact that I had the concealer and I had blended it out and this just didn't sit well on top of that. I would say that the bronzer was really beautiful, pretty, pigmented, blendable, a really nice cream bronzer. It's rich. It blends out really nicely. I really like the shade. I really like the blush shades, but I would say that I did lose some coverage. So this is one that I'm maybe not certain that I would recommend. I really know that I don't like the highlight. It completely removed the coverage on my nose. I would say that I'm not overly impressed with this palette. Moving on, we have the e.l.f. Instant Lift Brow Pencil. This is a holy grail, a fave of many people's, and I really do see why. It was super easy, super quick, lasted all day long. I'm really impressed with this brow pencil, and this will most definitely be a very well used product in my collection, I think. Then we have the Wet n Wild eyeshadow palette. I do honestly really like it. The eyeshadow is still looking the exact same as when I left here. I'm impressed with quality and with color scheme. Super great. We also have the liner, which I think is super rich, super long wearing. It hasn't faded, hasn't smudged, anything like that. It's really easy to work with. It's creamy, pigmented, and I really love this black brown shade. Then we have the NYX XXL Lingerie Liquid Lipstick. This one I have mixed emotions about, because first when I applied it, Absolutely loved it. Was super comfortable on the lips, dried down to a nice matte. Was maybe a little bit dry on the lips, but not too bad. Transfer proof, the whole shebang. Loved it. Within a matter of half an hour, it felt like the inner part of my lip was starting to almost like pill up and crumble. So I wasn't super impressed with the feel. It was a little bit uncomfortable, but I do have to say this is still untouched. No touch-ups on my lip, and it's been now over 12 hours. So I do feel like it is quite long wearing. Is it the most comfortable? No. Does it look a little dry? Yeah. But if you're looking for something that's gonna last all day long, it does do that. It does do that. It's not my favorite. Last, but very not least, we have the Lifter Gloss by Maybelline. Guys, I'm obsessed with this. Juicy, voluminous lips in an instant. It has a nice sweet vanilla-y scent. So beautiful on the lips. It also comes in more pigmented shades. I'm definitely gonna be grabbing a couple more of these. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Give me a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe. Thanks again for watching, guys. I hope you enjoyed, and I will see you guys next time. Bye.